to order.
Let's take the sandwich and be set.
All right, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Bowles, Trustee Brown, Trustee Burgess,
Here.
Trustee Young,
Here.
Supervisor Dabner,
I am here.
clerk's here.
All right, we stand to do the pledge to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
10 minutes, maybe. Okay, we need to have to look at the minutes. There is the minutes of the regular scheduled meeting of November 16th. Anybody find any corrections or additions?
Yeah, I saw a couple of them.
Okay.
Brief. Page 1 and 2,
Okay.
down there under adjournment. I think we adjourned it like 7:24 because the hearing was supposed to be from 7:15, right?
No, yeah, but I don't, we adjourned the hearing at 7:15.
But it was, we didn't adjourn it sooner than it was.
Well, no,
A
we
lot
said
of
seven,
time.
well, we sometimes do because 7:14 and then we go into the, by the time we get out of there. But, do you think it was more like 7:15?
Okay.
No, I think it was, I thought it was like 7:20.
No.
It was,
no.
I know it was after the allotted time,
Right.
and it wasn't too much more.
Oh, you think it
after.
was?
Yeah, because I remember looking up at the clock.
Okay.
And we only had 15 minutes in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bobby, do you remember for sure the time
Of what?
of he's saying that, he doesn't think we adjourned
Hearing sooner than scheduled.
but you're looking at the truth in taxation.
Right.
Tax hearing is what he's looking at, not the regular meeting. And so he's saying that we didn't adjourn at 7:14, he thought it was more like 7:20. And I do think now that you say that, I think we might have gone over. Because we had questions and we were cleaning stuff.
I remember us going over, because
Right.
I know that we did not adjourn the hearing, because it was scheduled for 15 minutes.
Right.
And we went through 15 minutes.
I thought it was scheduled at 7 to 7:15.
Right.
But I don't recall us going over, but
Yeah, we did, that I do remember.
Okay.
I do remember,
Well,
but I don't know the exact time.
what-
So you think it was more like 7:24?
Yeah, I think it's about 7:24.
All right, well, let's make it 7:24. What do you remember, Joe? I know we went over it because I remember looking at the clock.
So that means we only had a 10-minute meeting?
No, it went,
Well,
24 minutes.
so is the regular minutes
No, we're
incorrect?
looking
I had
at
7:30.
we're looking at the truth in taxation hearing.
Yeah, but I had the regular at 7:30, so that must be off too then.
Well, if the regular meeting started at 7:30, that.
No, it's showing that we adjourned at 7:30, so I guess I'm off.
No,
Yeah.
we had a long meeting. It was 8-something
Yeah.
before we adjourned.
Oh, really? Maybe.
Right.
yeah, it was, because I got that in part of my notes.
But so you will need to change that next one that you called, we called the next meeting to order at 7:24. We adjourned one and then right away we call the next one. So let's correct the truth and taxation first to 7:20,
Okay.
7:24.
Well, I don't have my package from last time. I thought I had written that down at 7:30. So it must have been 8:30, you
No,
said?
it was a long meeting.
Adjourned at 8:05.
8:05?
Yeah.
Oh, what am I
Talking
looking
about
at?
page 4 or 5.
What am I looking at?
You talked about, at first we was talking about the truth in taxation.
Right,
hearing.
but then he was saying that the regular meeting was real short, but it wasn't, because it looks like it says the regular meeting adjourned at 8:05, so that's still less,
Right.
more than a half an hour.
What am I looking at?
Yeah, 8:05 you got that adjourned, so that's fine.
Yes, that's.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's finish with the truth in taxation minutes. Anything else?
So you want to change that to 7:24?
7:24.
Okay.
Any other corrections or additions?
No, it's just, it's minor, but up there on the members of the public in attendance,
Yeah.
the last line,
Right.
it's got Bridget Simmons, LaTonya Taylor, it should be a comma right in there. Bridget Simmons, comma, LaTonya Taylor. So it'd be two separate people instead of just one.
And where is that at?
That, under
Yeah.
members of the public in attendance,
Okay.
Well, it should be Ann, I guess,
yeah.
because that's the last one.
Bridget Simmons and,
I'll put Ann.
okay. LaTonya Taylor. All right, is that it?
Well, I have to mention, though, that name, I tried contacting the person, the name was Nancy something. I couldn't figure out the last name, and I called the phone number that I could recognize a WAR, but the rest of it was just like a squiggle. And I tried contacting the person to get a correct name. So that name is, I don't know if I should leave it out, but I put down what I could figure out, and I couldn't. I called the number that she had put on the list, and I never I left a message.
Well, why don't you just put Nancy and then put in parentheses, last name unknown?
Okay, all right.
Okay, that's a good idea. Nancy,
Thank you.
take out the war and just put in
Yeah.
parentheses unknown.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we have that made a correction there. We've made the correction putting the and in and changing it to 724.
24.
Is that it? All right, is there a motion to approve the truth in taxation minutes as corrected?
So moved.
Moved by James. Second. Second by Debbie. Roll call vote.
Trustee Brown,
Present.
Trustee Burgess,
Yes.
and Trustee Young.
Yes.
Supervisor Devlin.
Yes. All right, let's move on into the regular scheduled meeting of November 16th, which we had to change immediately to say it started at 7:24, because I know we did it immediately after the other one. So is there any other corrections or additions that
Yeah.
anybody found?
Up there with members of the public in attendance, I think it would have been the same people. I didn't see nobody walk out, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ron
there was
did.
some walked out.
Some
A lot of them did, yeah.
I was gonna,
But did that happen during the meeting at the beginning?
well, Sandra wasn't here for it. She was.
She was, I know, I
She was here
remember
for, she was here for the,
And that couple left immediately.
They did?
And, yeah,
But-
the only
But
one
I
that
didn't-
stayed,
Millie was here, Oscar Brown was
Oscar and
here.
Millie, you,
I didn't keep track of who left. I
Yeah.
guess I probably should have done that.
right.
'Cause I
Members
was-
of the public in attendance, you need to add the Oscar Brown and Millie Morgan. They're the only
And there
ones.
was a lady with them, I don't know.
And then, I don't know, was it with her or was she with the, with
Football.
Bridget? And then Bridget was here for that meeting, Bridget Simmons. And,
Well, everybody's here except, I think the couple left. There was one man from Peatone, and this Nancy, I think she left, and Sandra left.
right,
But Sandra was listed as assessor on
Right.
the, as being present at the.
right. But she was not, she left immediately, she didn't
She
stay.
wasn't at the regular meeting.
So we're adding Oscar, Millie Morgan, Bridget, and who else?
So you want me to list them separate? It will be everyone except this Nancy, Nancy and
But
Just Joe, yeah,
Okay,
Joe.
but take them off and put them on as those were all the other people were in attendance.
list them under the, we're looking at the regular minutes now.
Regular minutes,
Okay.
members of the public in attendance, adding Oscar Brown, Millie Morgan, Bridget Simmons, and those other people that are, the only ones we're not putting in is Nancy War and Joe Lattilis.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we don't have Sandra
Well,
listed as
she's listed, she would be listed under.
other elected, she's not there,
That's
so
correct.
we're okay with that.
Mhm.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah, page 3 of 5. On the roll call, you got Deborah indicated, and I think you made a mistake, it should be Terry Bowles.
Where?
That's under the second, let's see, third paragraph down.
Right, because she wasn't.
Yeah, A's.
Yes,
You got Burgess, Young, and Deadmore.
yes,
It should be Bowles, Young.
yes. Okay.
Okay, Burgess, cross her out, put Bowles in there. Bowles, yes, that right, okay. Good eye. Anything else?
No, that's all.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of November 16th as corrected?
So,
Moved by James,
Second.
Second by Debbie. Roll call vote.
Trustee Brown,
Present.
trustee Burgess,
Yes.
trustee Young,
Yes.
supervisor Dagmar.
Yes, okay. Any public comments? Yes, Ms. Margraf, public comment?
Dorothy Margraf, Timber Lane, Monee Township.
Thank you.
I just want to apologize, my batteries failed when I recorded the last meeting. I just want to get on record here that at the last meeting I did speak about the transportation that's going to be coming from the railroad thing in Crete. That's going to, the trucks are going to be coming down Monee Manhattan Road going south, I believe on Wilcook Road to Pauling Road, then that way over to 57. Dave explained everything very clearly, and anyone who wants more information should contact him about that future operation. I also talked about the fact that on where 50 and Pauling and intersect with the traffic can go 6 ways and there's only one stop sign, that intersection is becoming dangerous thanks to the Amazon traffic. And I just wanted to get that on the record.
I do know that David has contacted Will County, and they are fully aware of it, and they do have, you know, people there at all time. They're studying the problem, and they're trying to figure it out. I know the police chief of Monee has asked Dave to put up some additional lighted signage as it gets Ridgeland to Pauling there too. So
that may be on Monee Manhattan Road. Nothing has been done where Ridgeland connects Pauling.
not yet. I'm just saying these are all in the works. I mean, it's, you know how the wheels take a little slow turn. And everybody is aware of the problem though, and
thanks to the
worked
board
on.
here, thanks to the trustees here who listened to the problem.
Yeah.
And Dave who explained it very clearly.
Yeah,
as
he
to
did,
what
and
they
he
do.
is concerned, and he has been, you know, working with the county and then the Monee Police too on that,
But
so.
the trucks coming down Pauling, that's going to be in the future, and people should just be aware that that's in the
Yeah,
works.
it's a problem, and it is a problem, so we are aware of that. Thank you, and that was, glad you brought all that to our attention too. All right,
Just
Super-
I'm sorry, one clarification. I believe you mentioned Will Cook Road. Are you referring to Will Center Road? I believe you mentioned Will Cook Road.
I forget where it's going to be coming off Monee Manhattan Road over to Pauling.
Okay.
It's going to be on one of those little Cedar Hurston or Wilcook, I can't remember which.
Is there Will Cook?
I thought it was
Or is Will Center?
There's
Will
Will Center,
Center.
which is on Will Cook.
Yeah, I forget which.
But it's
one.
Ridgeland that's a problem going over to Pauling from Amazon with all the traffic there, but,
Yeah, the big trailers going along that little road concerns me.
right. But it's all being looked at, there's studies all over the place. Will County's doing it, Amazon's aware, they're all working together. Okay, supervisor's report. As you know, Willa has been out sick for 4 weeks. She was hospitalized, she was really, really sick. We've had some people step up, which was good. Her daughter Bridget has spent the last 3 Sunday nights with our youth program, and I believe Mo was out of town and your daughter stepped up there too. And so thankfully we've had some people that did that. I myself have been here full time at the township for the last 4 weeks, trying to be Willa. Not doing a very good job at all times, but I'm doing the best I can. Shirley, our assistant, and her grandson Shaquille, and we made sure that Christmas happened. We filled 93 Christmas baskets, and we filled toys for, we'll have a report how many children were involved, but everybody that's 12 and under received 5 presents each. Anybody that was 13 and up to grandma received 1 present each. And they all came Tuesday and picked up. We have a couple families that still, you know, haven't, there's a problem with, you know, somebody in hospital, different things like that. But, and actually then in the last couple days, everything is put away and we got it back up to the attic. So we are back to our normal thing again. And we're all pretty exhausted because we've been working really hard, but we have kept the township open, and Willa has come in as a trooper because she's the only one that does payroll. So she did come in last week for like a couple hours each day, and then she would work on things, and then she finally finished up, and then we had our reports and got our payrolls done. So, and then I said, stay, wait, do not come back this week. Come after Christmas, we only open 2 days after Christmas, and then it's time for payrolls again. So, we're trying to help her heal as much as possible, because we found out, well, we always knew she was glue that kept this township together. Well, I now know that she, was. And as I said, I've always known a little bit of this, that, and the other thing that she's done. I now know a little bit about, what she's done. So it's been a good learning experience for me too. So, we all wish her well. And we wish her happy birthday today, because today is also her birthday. There's a general, she is getting better. She is just tired because she, with pneumonia, but then, she was, there was other things going on too, and it's just a long recuperation. Anybody who's had pneumonia knows that it just wipes you out. So, but she is getting little by little by little. So, I'm hoping she'll be back, and that maybe might be until after the first of the year when she's be able to come in, full days. But, I'd rather come in and do what I'm doing rather than rush her and have her not get well. So that's why I'm doing it. All right, general assistance report. We had 6 intakes, 3 applications, 0 flat grants, 0 other aid, 9 came in for pantry, 0 denied, 2 are pending, 1 terminated. We have 6 on general assistance. We spent for the period of November 10th through December 15th, $1,715. And for emergency assistance, the same time period was $1,275, for a total of EA and GA of $2,990. Our holiday brunch for the senior committee went really well. We had it at Green Garden Country Club. We had 140 people signed up. I don't think quite that many people came. Always people either forget or have last minute things they don't do. But it went really well, and poor Willa couldn't be there, so I found out how much fun it is to try to plan and make sure everybody's there, and I had to handwrite checks for all the entertainers and everything, but it got done, and everybody had a really great time. Our next event is the Valentine's Day party, which we're going to have on February 14th here at the township. People can start signing up in January. They can sign up from January until the first week in February. But we're not taking sign-ups until January because we're trying to give Willa a break. Okay, that's basically about what I've got. Clerk's report.
The levies for the township were filed with the county clerk's office on December 1st, along with the annual financial report. That's the only thing I have.
The financial report was late being filed, but that was the county's fault because the county had a glitch in their system and couldn't send anybody their password numbers that they needed to have to file the report. So once we got that, they got filed, and then with the comptroller's office by the auditor, and then Bobby then filed the 1 o'clock with the county clerk's office.
Was there any consequences for us?
No, not for us, because it's the county's fault.
That was the township's financial report, right?
Yeah.
That was the township's financial report.
Right.
Yes.
Right. It's the one that automatically is done by the auditor, and she normally is able to send that on with through electronically to the comptroller's office and everything. So.
Did that levy have to be filed before?
The second, this third, I think it's third Tuesday.
Last
I
Tuesday.
thought it was 4th Tuesday.
This the last Tuesday.
Well,
last two, whatever the
I
last
always
Tuesday
try
was.
to,
Right.
I always try to get it done.
But it was
first
done
week
in
December.
That's been
It's the
Oh, yeah.
26th.
We had it approved and everything, and so I try to make an effort to get it done the first week
Right.
in December.
So we are good to go with our levy. Highway Commissioner's report. David has had his mother-in-law fell and is hospitalized with surgery at 4 o'clock today, so he is not coming, and, but I think everything is going normally there. Assessor is not here. Anything, Joe?
Yeah, the only thing I'd mention, it ties in with something that we talked about already. David had asked for some information about signage issues, what authority he has. And I had sent to him, I never did hear from him back, with everything that's been going on this month, though it sounds like, I guess I understand why they didn't hear anything from him. So I did some research as to what his authority is to do signs and traffic control devices, and it's pretty limited, actually, because what I provided to him indicated that under the law, he can, the township road commissioner has the power to place traffic control devices subject to the written approval by the county superintendent of highways. And the superintendent of highways has to answer to the county board for their restrictions. So the highway commissioner can't just go ahead and erect signs.
Yeah.
He has to work through the county structure.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that David will be in touch with you. If not, maybe after the first of the year, you can touch back with him.
Sure.
Because I know they're all working on this, the Amazon thing and the signage and the, so it's between Will County and everybody else. It's a big hodgepodge of things right now. So, but, you might get back.
Yeah, I guess the only point was that that the township road commissioner doesn't have the authority just to go put up a sign.
Right. We don't have much authority. Everything we do that's, is sanctioned by the county, basically. Okay, thank you. Let's go into new business. Our will ride bills are total of $3,063.88, and this is for September. Is there a motion to approve the checks being sent?
So moved.
Moved by Debbie.
Second.
Second by Mo. Any discussion? Okay, then roll call vote, please.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes.
Supervisor Gavin?
Yes. We have some line item transfers. I added some more to the table tonight. We have from the town fund, we have from contingencies, line item 5195. I'm moving $100 to line item 5125, dues and subscriptions. And then again from contingencies 5195, moving $3,000 to 5327, which is our social services account, because we have over social service ourselves there. So
I don't have any numbers down there for the 5327. I guess it didn't Xerox out. Unless this is blank.
no, it's on the bottom of the will ride. I mean, on what? What are you looking at? No.
5327 social services under the budget item.
Or did it not copy? I don't know.
I didn't see it. It's
It's
not.
10,000. I know we were.
We had 10,000. We were over. We spent 10,000. It's our 10,000 is our initial. We spent 10,000. Let me find the sheet.
10,000.
It's on the second page. Look at the top of the second page. That's the social
$700.
service.
Okay, I see it. I see. But,
Yes.
okay, so it's
It's
above the
always-
senior program.
Right.
Right.
It's
Oh,
different,
okay.
right. So we were,
So just
so
to
I
come up.
added a little bit extra so in case we wanted to spend another, for another social service someplace. So that's why I'm moving the 3,000. Okay, is there a motion to approve the moves, line item transfers? Motion by Debbie,
Second.
second by James. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes.
Supervisor Gavin?
Yes. Sandra submitted one, and then she submitted another one. She has 5195 contingencies, from contingencies, $400 going to 5202 for equipment maintenance. And then she also has 5195 contingencies, $900, going to 5985, which is the meals workshop and travel office. Is there a motion to approve those transfers?
I don't see line item 5202.
5202,
I see 5205.
it's on hers.
Yeah. I see 52.
It's the very, no, she has the wrong number. If in meals, she's got it meals, workshops.
No, I'm talking about the initial $400.
It should have been 5205.
Equipment maintenance?
Yeah.
Yeah, just look for equipment maintenance. Well, we'll have to change that to 5205. She just typed in the wrong number. 5205. Okay, and then the other one is 5985, and that's correct there. All right.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. So was there a motion to approve those transfers with the
So moved.
corrected number?
Yeah, so
Moved by
moved.
James. Second?
Second.
By Mo. All right, roll call vote,
Just,
please.
I have a question, so you're gonna do both at one time, both of these will be done?
It's Sandra's, it's the assessors, right,
Oh,
right. Whether on the page the doesn't
Okay.
matter.
The first one was for the social service, right?
That
Well,
was,
this-
No, that was town.
That was a
We're
town.
now doing assessor
That's, the social.
But it's two separate pieces,
under
right?
town, but with this is.
And we
the
do both
assessors
for
account.
the assessors right now.
This is, we voted on town already.
Right.
We're now voting these two as our both assessors.
Young and,
Yeah, and we had a
James
motion,
moved in and I
James,
seconded.
okay.
Mo second. And now we can do a roll call vote.
Okay. Trustee Brown,
Yes.
trustee Burgess,
Yes.
trustee Young,
yes.
supervisor Badman.
Yes. All right, next we have a road and bridge, road district budget. From 5195 contingencies, $1,000 to 5120 publishing legal notices. That's because it cost us so much to publish for our levies this time, so he didn't have enough in that account.
Really? Was,
It cost
For the Chicago
300 and
Tribune?
some dollars for the Tribune, and it cost us $200 for each. Now, I'm talking each, because the township had to pay that too. And he didn't have enough in his, so he's putting money in there for that. All right, is there a motion to approve the line item transfer?
So moved.
Moved by Debbie,
second?
Mo, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Brown,
Yes.
trustee Burgess,
Yes.
trustee Young,
Yes.
supervisor Badman.
Yes. Old business. Last month, we'd given a social service agreement to the University Park Lions football so they could go down to, I'm not saying where they went, but wherever they went, they were the champions. So they all came back and were very excited and I would just put that on there, and I thought maybe Bridget would come, and I know she's been really tied up with helping care for Willa, so she probably didn't get a chance to. All right, youth committee, Maurice?
I'm just trying to get back up to speed. I know, what will have been out, I saw some of the sign-in sheets and all of that. They was kind of makeshift because we didn't have any up-to-date sheets. I was there last Sunday. So just get up to speed, and we're going to be off for the next couple weeks, next couple of Sundays, and we will get the updated participation with the youth back to Willa in the next couple of weeks, okay?
Good.
This past week, we had a tremendous turnout, probably 50, 60 people.
Really?
Yeah.
Kids home.
I'm really concerned, Maurice. I
Okay,
mean,
in what way?
Willow is not probably, it's going to be a couple months, even if she can come back, because she can't be stretching herself so far. You are, you were gone, and fortunately, your daughters and Bridget stepped up. But I think we need to seriously start beating the bushes to get some volunteers on board, because otherwise, I think if we're starting to have that many kids or families involved, then it's a good program. And it's one that's used, but if we can't have people volunteering their time, we're gonna be disappointing people if we're having to shut them down a lot, And then people stop coming because there wouldn't be a program that they could count on.
Well, we do what we could. We sent something out again, to the media, whatever, try to get volunteers. I was able to manage everybody, because a lot of parents and kids we know,
Yeah.
so they helped out indirectly. I know officially they can't be official volunteers unless they go through the process. But, you know, I was able to get through it. You know, we had some hiccups because of people getting banged up a little bit. But, you know, I did the best I could.
Well, yeah, I know you are, and Will and his when they're there. I'm just saying, though, I think, though, to run a program that's growing like this, that it's something that we need to seriously start thinking about and trying to figure out a good way to, you know, let's think now, maybe we can find some way to solve some problems.
I'll put it out, I'll put something out, if it's okay with this board, to put something out on the school board as well, that we're looking for volunteers to help the youth program from Monee Township. We can do that and get the word out, try to put something up in maybe the library.
Maurice, I'm gonna try and get back, but Sunday is the only time
No problem.
that me and my wife are together.
Yeah, everybody got it.
My grandson, you know, I mean, he's the only one. I mean, he's number 6, and he's the only one that's close. Everybody else is Georgia and Alaska.
You know, at the end of the day, it's family first.
Yeah.
It's our family first, and if we can make some time for other things, then we have to do it. Everybody know what they can take on.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just here to say I'm committed to the best of my ability, and I want to ramp up because my daughter said she was committed, so I'm bringing her back in. So,
Are we to the point where we need to hire a person to come in and, you know, that is...
That might be an incentive, because I did advertise it in social media.
you know, I did. One of the young ladies, one of the young ladies that comes with her parents, she's over 18, and she's looking for a little donation for a little private thing she's doing. And I kind of reeled her in. I know unofficially that I told her I would give her a little money off the side for her to help volunteer. So she's looking to do that.
Okay.
Okay, but that's me supporting her with something else, but she will be listed as a volunteer.
Right. But yeah, as I said, it's just something that we need to start thinking about too. Are we at that point where we need to make sure that if we have somebody that we are paying, and not maybe a lot, but we'll be paying, $13, $14 an hour or something like that, and to come in and definitely be there, so that they have to be steady people. We can't, it's just like when we hired people to be tutors, we had a problem with the young kids because they weren't stable, and we need somebody that's stable. So I'm, thinking that's nice that we have that girl, but I'm wondering if there isn't a need out there for somebody who's a little more professional with the, recreation trained and something like that might want. I mean, it's only 4 hours, and so it wouldn't cost us a heck of a lot during the year. So let's just think about it. We won't need to decide tonight, yeah. But I just wanted to bring that up because we would, we could probably add some money to the budget to do that if we want to keep the program going.
I think by exposing some little revenue to someone, that kind of takes the flavor of volunteer out, so they may take that on. So. Yeah. So that's something to keep us thinking about anyway.
If you draft the notice, I'll put it out on social media.
Okay, well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
We can bring it back to the board next time.
Great. Well, let's move on into trustee audit of accounts.
Let me one quick. Going green.
Going green.
Like I need to take more. This is something I took on with my 9-to-5 job as a ECHO participant volunteer, and one of the assignments that we have had since I volunteered to be on the ECHO team with my 9-to-5 job was to plant trees at different locations. I mean, they have a whole gamut of events. So I'll be bringing more things going forward for going green to some capacity that possibly my job could do for the township in going green. I know University Park is having issues with trees. I don't know if you're aware of that.
My street's decimated, so
yeah.
So tell me about trees.
I mean, we're talking about several hundred
Oh, yes,
If
yes.
not,
Yeah, and there's still
From the
many
age of
that need to be cut down. They've cut down a
Right.
lot, but they need to
So,
do more.
I'll be
Fortunately, they seem to start at the next block up for me. My tree seems to be okay. I think after me, my house was built, I think they changed the
Are
type
you-
of trees they
you
put
an
in.
Abbott?
I'm an Abbott.
Okay.
And, you know, they're up from the corner of where Amherst or Ashridge comes in, and then
Mm-hmm.
up from my house, that's where all the trees,
Devastated.
yeah, but
So-
from my house down, the trees seem to be okay, so I think they were planting different kinds of trees, and I don't know what kind of trees are dying there.
So we did plant like 300 trees, this group, I was not able to make it, but this group planted like 300 trees in
Wonderful.
Pullman on the south side of Chicago just back in November, so more to follow on that, okay?
All right, wonderful.
That's all I have.
Okay, let's move into our trustee audit of accounts. We have from November 17th through December 21st, a total of 1,700 well, let me start this again, $177,063.23. You'll notice why, and that's higher than our normal, because if you notice under equipment and building, that David has spent 96. That is where he paid off that big truck he just bought. He decided rather than to keep financing it, that he had the money, and because of the new rules that are being put in about surpluses, he decided that that was the best use of his money at that point in time. So that's why that's as much as it is. I'm gonna start this out here with you guys. You can sign that
So that came out of his budget.
out of his equipment budget. That's had enough, you know, money in there to do it. Okay, you want to sign that? Send those down that way. Give that to Bobby, and then you can send these down your way too.
You did have a motion, right?
Well, I haven't
No,
done it yet.
No motion.
Is there a
Yeah,
motion now
not
to
yet.
approve the audit of accounts?
So moved.
Moved by Debbie,
Second.
second.
There you go, Bob.
I need a second.
Murray, second.
Second.
Did you? I didn't hear you, I'm sorry. All right, been moved and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee
Take that
Brown?
and send that other one to Bobby, please.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes.
Supervisor Devlin?
Yes, okay. The board comments.
Well, I just want to wish everyone a happy holiday season, spend time with your family, and we want to wish Will a good, healthy recovery. And if we can, do we got a card for her, get well card or something like that, or if we can get something like
I'm
that?
not certain if we had one or not,
I
because
sent
we've
it
been
to
too
her,
busy
but I
doing
sent it
everything
from my
else.
family to her.
Okay.
Yeah, we've talked to her a lot and wished her many, many emails and texts and that. Okay, anybody else?
Just like to get her address.
Yes, still working on the issue of residency for Monee Township residents of the school district. So in 2018, I'll bring you more specific information. But in the meantime, Merry Christmas. Spend some quality time with your family, and hope to see you in 2018. Yes.
Debbie?
Happy holidays.
And I brought you guys all a little treat of some peppermint. That's just from your supervisor. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and enjoy your time off. And we all wish you all well, and so we're all well in the new year too. So
Thank you for the
Thank you.
healthy, sugar-free.
thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right, may I have a motion to?
Happy holidays to you.
Yes, and Bobby too. Yes, don't forget Bobby.
And the public, happy holidays, everyone.
Right. All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second by James and by Maurice, seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes.
Supervisor Devlin?
Yes.
Hey, Donnie, 10 minutes off.